Day 76 of 90 Day English Speaking Challenge. So I opened a book and I remember a sentence in the book. And the sentence was like, you can win arguments, any argument. And actually, I used to have realization that arguing was tiresome. The activity of argue with people was making me tired easily. And s- the stupid part was I got the realization after I argue with people on social media. Yeah, I argue with people whether on YouTube, Instagram, with just I don't even know or you know um, have knowledge about the person that I agree with, and then somehow I read comment sections, whether on Instagram or perhaps on YouTube, and the sentence was something like the comment. Let's say the comments were something that I don't understand, and I thought like the people were giving attitude towards something, let's say, related to my belief, etc. And values, beliefs, religion, etc. were a sensitive topic, I would say. And it's kind of hard to find, let's say, middle ground between people who already, have different values, opinions, religions, etc. It would be hard to find a middle ground, and especially if you got a really, really opposite, point of view for a certain um, topic, let's say. And it made me realize that it's there's no point of arguing with people who already know the answers of their own questions or their own, you know, their own words. And also there was no point of, let's say, arguing with people who would like to listen to what they would like to listen to only. They intend to listen to in the first place. Because even if you give, let's say, um giving the truth, fact, a point, a proof, whatever, the people who already have a strong belief and would like to stick to their own values, religion, etc., would just stick with them. Most of the time it's barely changed. And if it's barely changed, the moment of you are trying to, let's say, arguing with the person, the heating the heating will happening would probably happening, you know and then, yeah, you will somehow, if you already, in a point of maturity, you will understand that you seem to be like a mad person while reading your own old comments when you argue to this kind of people. And that's why I believe that if you would like to argue, it will be tiresome. And let's say it would only bother your free time because you probably won't have good mood for that unless you feel like you win the argument, although you don't. And I'm not really sure how some people could decide it or assume that they already want an argument. Even me, there was a moment I thought like if the person that I was arguing with couldn't be able to answer my question, I thought that I won the argument, but in real life it didn't. I wasn't winning anything. And yeah, that's why I believe that it's better to keep it private unless you would like to argue with people and show negative attitude in case that you couldn't find any middle ground and the heating part of arguing was getting intense. Yeah, and that's what I can say. Arguing tiresome, tiring, and mad. You tired, made us tired, and that's why just keep it. You know, keep your own values, religion, private as possible, unless you think that you need to say it, and just do not, expect that you will want any arguments because people believe what they believe. We have our own values, our own religion, or perhaps there are people who have no religion. We already have our own, you know, yeah, our own things that we would like to stick with. And that's all I can say. I hope you enjoyed and bye.